Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Abdullah al-Hasaballabi al-Jali. Welcome to my channel again. Uh, Today I'm demonstrating about my result from the website of the YFull, which is a Russian website concerned about the DNA. It received the detailed tests of the YDNA and the, and the mitochondria. So it's received from many companies. This website doesn't make the DNA test. It's just receive the data. You can bring the data from the other companies like Family Tree DNA, the Big Y test of Family Tree DNA, and also the detailed tests of the full genome company, YSEC, Dante Labs, and other companies that make detailed YDNA test. Here, these two, you can see here the samples, and you can see the Sudanese flag. These two results are mine, both of them. First thing I did the Big Y 500 test, the old version of the detailed YDNA test of the family tree DNA. After that, and I uploaded the data in the YFull. After that, I did the Big Y 700, and also I uploaded the data on the YFull site. So this lead to a formation of a new branch by my different samples. The sample from the same person, which is me, but the technology, the coverage of the DNA is different. So it's different. There are some differences in SMBs. More new SMBs have been discovered in the Big Y 700. So when I added this, it was the same SMBs till I reached to the terminal branch. So a new terminal branch have been formed by meeting of the two samples, and it is this branch age of 325 years ago, and the most recent common ancestor is 150 years ago. The most recent common ancestor is my father, because two samples we meeting my father, may Allah be mercy with him, and so this not actually representing my father. It represent the meeting between the two samples, because there are differences in SMBs between the Big Y 700 and the Big Y 500. So they meet in 150. That's me, because they calculate the most recent common ancestor. TMRCA is the most recent common ancestor. They calculate it by the number of SMBs, the number of the different SMBs. So they do the math. They calculate and estimate the number of generations. Then after that, they give you the age of the TMRCA, which is the most recent common ancestor. So my two samples, they form this new sample, new branch, which is Y151149. You will not find this branch in family tree DNA, although both of the samples from family tree DNA. Why? Because the family tree DNA, they do not put the old version of the Big Y 500 in their tree with the Big Y 700 here. If they do the comparison between their old test Big Y 500 and the new test Big Y 700, and new branches will originate. But they don't do that. They just make all the tree formed only from Big Y 700. So here in YFull, it is a different story. Two samples from the same person but different type of tests. They give us that give us this branch. Okay, this my branch is Y15. So both of them, of course, from the same person, Hasab Allabi, Abdullah Hasab Allabi. Y15 1149 come from this branch, Y17 6771, and it's formed 750 years ago. The most recent common ancestor is 325 years ago, and you can find a sample there, also Sudanese sample. This sample is for my uncle. May Allah be merciful with him. Also, a brother of my mother. His name is Hashim. Hashim al-Hasab Allabi. Hashim al-Tayyib al-Hasab Allabi. He's also Hasab Allabi, from the same branch of the Ja'aliyin tribe, but we don't know exactly who is the common ancestor between us. There is a remote relationship between both of my father Hasab Allabi and my mother, also my mother family Hasab Allabi. They are in different places in the country, but they know that both of them are Hasab Allab, and there were a relationship between them, and communication in the old days. Although the villages are so far from each other, but they still have some relationship between them. That's why my father get married from them, to continue to keep that relationship. So here, genetically, when my father, my uncle from my mother's side, brother of my mother, when he did the test, he shared the same SMBs with me till the last 325. This split happened just the last 325 years ago. So we share a common ancestor in only 325 years ago, and the branch age is 750 years ago. Actually, the story was, I was alone in this branch, Y17 6771. When it happened, to be more accurate, this branch originated when I uploaded the big Y700 big Y700 and big Y500. I was alone on that. The most recent common ancestor was 150 years ago, and it formed 750 years ago. But when I uploaded my uncle data from the Dante Labs, he entered inside the Y17 6771, and after that a new branch happened, which contains the two samples of me, which is Y15 1149. So that formed by the entrance of my uncle DNA test in the yfull tree. Okay, I will stop here because I did a very long video telling more details about my DNA and the tree of the relationship there. I'll try to combine both of the two videos, because I lost the first 5 minutes by voice. So I'll try if I can combine both of them. If I failed, I will upload the videos separately. Thank you very much for watching, and we will continue explaining about this tree.